The following content is not meant for children. Hello, and welcome back. I am Maester Aelix, and this is Shadowrun Hong Kong. We are right back where we left off here in the hull of the sinking ship. So, we have a few people whom we can talk to, and something we can inspect. So let's go inspect the thing. Because, I like stuff. The door is heavily reinforced, barricaded. You take a bulldozer to get it open. Okay, that one again. Sick dwarf. Hello, sick dwarf. A stocky dwarf leans up against the wall of the container room. His skin is sallow, and it hangs off his bulky frame like half-deflated balloon. You saw plenty of sick people back in the Barrens. Addicts, BLT heads, people whose immune systems have been ravaged by disease. But this guy looks worse. The dwarf's milky eyes track you as you approach. A wave of recognition washes over his face, but his movements remain lethargic. Eventually, he manages to slur out a few words. Gobet. Back after all this time. Yeah, I'm sorry it's taken so long. Gobet stares at the dwarf wide-eyed. It's good to see you again, Cad. Gobet told me something about you. How are you feeling? Perfect. Thanks for asking. He struggles to contain a burst of coughing. I mean, I'm dying. And my home is gone to shit, and we're probably going to sink into the bay, but otherwise I'm great. With visible effort, he shifts his focus to Gabette. Welcome home, girl. Been a long time. She swallows. Cadmus, Save it. I'm not mad. He squeezes his eyes shut. I'm mostly just happy to hear your voice again. It's good to have a friend. Tell us what's happening here. Bad things. A lot of good people died. Something gone rotten on this raft, Gobet. You know what I mean. Toxic. Yeah, I can feel it too. I can feel it all the way back home. Her throat moves, but takes another moment for her voice to catch up. Cadmus? Where are our friends? What happened to Yasmin? And Anson? And Malvina? Anson's dead. He never even made it into the sick room. Just disappeared. But I don't know where he went. He stabs a finger downward at the floor. Yasmin's still with us. Small favors, right? But the fight has gone out of her. She's content to do whatever she's told and tremble. Malvina ain't Malvina anymore. I'm gonna say nothing. I was afraid of that. I just need to hear you say it. She's gone toxic, hasn't she? She's never gone toxic because of the damned bauble I gave her. It ain't her, Gobet. It's something else. He struggles to contain another cough. Eventually it passes. But yeah, the shiny red egg you and Sui lifted it is the cause of it, I think. The ugliness was always inside of her, but that thing brought it out. She squeezes her eyes shut, balls her hands into fists. Shit. Isn't your fault, Gobet. You had to give her something to stop the mutiny. I know, Seattle. I did what I had to do. No regrets. But I'm pretty fucking angry about what happened afterwards. You and me both, kid. As angry as I've ever been. Twice as frightened. His chest heaves, a deep bronchial cough racks his body. A grimace of distaste, and he spits out a wad of bloody phlegm. You haven't seen what happened to Malvina. What she's become. You need rest. We should put this on hold and... He raises a hand, cutting her short. No time to rest. You need to hear this. What we're up against. You ever heard of a rat king? An old folklore thing. Bunch of rats all fused together, their tails all wrapped and twisted into a great big knot. That's what Mal has become. I don't know how many different spirits she's tied her essence to, but the last time I opened my third eye to her, I couldn't see where they ended and she began. What does that even mean? I've never even heard of. It means she ain't human anymore, girl. Her aura is bound to other things. Alien things. All tangled and twisted and grown together. They're all one being now. A rat king. It talks like Malvina, but it ain't her anymore. Is she possessed? No. Best as I can tell, she invited this. Welcomes it. Malvina and the things she's tied to are all like one being now, a collective. And I listen to them talk. They like it that way. After another long, wet cough interrupts his speech, he wipes his mouth with the back of his hand. The talisman that the Rat King is holding, the shiny object, do you know how it works? Nah, I tried assessing it once. The only thing that I took away from that experience was a migraine. Felt like those were railroad spikes buried behind my eyes for days. All I can tell you is that for certain is that it still works. As long as the Rat King's connection to that thing, you can't hurt it. Any holes that you put in its body will close up on their own. So it's invincible. Wonderful. I didn't say that. It's the bauble that makes the Rat King what it is. So you just have to find a way to steal it. Gabet managed to do that during Sue's rebellion, but I bet she could do it again. Now, when did all this start? It must have been sometime after Gabet left. Nah, not long. Maybe a week or so. We couldn't see it at the time, but it was happening. I'd stake my life on it. I don't get this. Everything was fine when I left the raft. I mean, the vibe here had changed, but Malvina was still Malvina. If anything, she was even stronger than the woman I'd known. Yeah, she got strong all right. Strong. And mean. It started small. A couple months after Sue's mutiny, Malvina stopped proposing new rules. She said she was cracking down on infractions, keeping order to keep us safe, but over time those rules started piling up, and gradually the punishments started getting worse. She's become paranoid. He gives you a shallow nod. Yeah, that's right. That's what I meant when I say that she's had it in her all along. He pauses and checks himself. I don't think that Malvina can even be described as she anymore. It is really they. Our friend is dead or changed so much that she might as well be, and the things that's wearing her skin don't belong in this world. Did you ever try to fight this Rat King? Yeah, I'd had enough. A lot of us had, so we took a page from old Sue's book. He offers you sickly grin. We mutinied. He gestured to the writhing bodies on the cots in the sick room. This is what's left of our side. Been locked in here for 5 days now, waiting for the Vetus to finish the job. The rest of us got fed to the rats. Explains all the scarring and blood I saw around. Yeah, we didn't make it far. Bloodied a few noses, broke a few bones, but that won't matter much in the end. Truth is, we weren't prepared for how many of those bastard rats Malvina had bred, and we weren't expecting our shipmates to fight on her behalf. Why would the others stop you from taking the ship back? That doesn't even make sense. Why do you think, girl? Fear. Fear of death. Fear of being gnawed apart by 100 vermin. Fear of that thing. So the people only left here... So you're saying that the people here aren't brainwashed, they're just afraid? Scared crapless is a better way to putting it. And I can't blame him. If anything, we're the crazy ones for trying to fight that thing. If they're making a conscious choice to collaborate with the thing, then they deserve what they get? No. If the Rat King's soldiers only serve it because they're afraid, then maybe we can turn them away from it. Could do. Might rally around someone they know. Someone who lived and fought with them years ago, he eyes Gabet. That was a subtle hint, girl. I got a better idea. I'm going to get you and your people onto lifeboats, and then we're sinking this raft to the bottom of the bay. And the Rat King is going with it. You can't mean that. This is our home. We've got nowhere else to go, Gabet. I'm not going to let that thing force us to put this raft to the torch. We've already tried it your way. Look what happened. Maybe it's good that you've left this place. I've lived in a place like this before. I've seen what it can do to people. She grew up in the walled city, Cad. Then she knows what she's got to look forward to if you sink this raft. 'Cause we sure as hell can't afford to live anywhere else. He cranes his neck and looks up at Gabet, pleading. Desperation burns in his eyes. Gabet, listen. It isn't too late for the sinking ship. We can still turn this thing around. My mutiny failed because the Rat King knew things we didn't. You can succeed if you'll try. She shakes her head obstinately. My gut says we should sink the raft. It's It said that from the moment I arrived here. And what Rat wants me to do, that's what I'm gonna do. Gobet, Cadmus might be right. If we could drum up enough support, I think we could retake the sinking ship. Have you forgotten the first lesson I taught you, Seattle? Always go with your gut. And my gut says... Spare us the lecture, Gobet. Cadmus is right. You're going half-cocked again. The truth is, we can save this raft if you want to. If you don't, tell us and we'll sink it. Look, Gobet, things have changed since you decided to sink this raft. You can see that, right? She sets her jaw, draws a deep breath, then slowly releases it. All right, Cad. If you're sure you can keep up your end, I'd be willing to help you with your mutiny. But if your people screw it up, I'm sinking this thing. Got it? Yeah, and thanks. With your help, we can do this. That remains to be seen. Go on, get moving, and convince as many people as you can to help us when the time comes. Whoever you don't bring around to our side is going to fight against us, so be thorough about it. When you're ready for us to make our move, trigger the shipboard alarm system. 2 blasts. Then we'll start kicking in doors. Alright, Cad, 2 blasts start the mutiny, but if we sound the alarm once and leave it, you get your people the hell off this raft. Got it? The blast means you're sinking the raft. You do that and I'm kicking your bony ass from here to Macau. But, yeah, I hear you. Another long, wet cough racks his body. You got all that, stranger? Do you know what you're supposed to do? We convince the people to join you, then trigger the alarm. 1 blast means we're sinking the raft, 2 means the mutiny is on. Got it. Good. Thanks. And Gobet? Thank you. Does me good to know that you're with us on this. Alright. Well. That's interesting. Hi, Lise. You're back. Why? The Rat King has ruled here for too long. We're taking him down and we could use your help. Her eyes go wide. You get yourself killed by even talking like that. You'll get me killed with you. Get the hell out of here, right now. I won't take part in another damn mutiny. Think. How does it help you for the Rat King to stay in control? I warned you. Do not talk. Ah, Lise. I'm so sorry. That's the adjacent one. There we are. Really? I'm so sorry, everyone. I don't mean to, start smacking people around, but... Ivan Fu, how about you? What do you need? Did the Rat King's people do that to you? No, got caught in the crossfire. The mutineers did this to me. Thought I was with the Rat King. All that I wanted to do was get home. Instead, my right eye only sees double now, can hardly use my hands. The calmness of his voice belies the naked spite in his face. Thanks for asking. I know you're hurting, but there are other ways to help than fighting. Oh, I can fight. Don't you worry about that. Might be best if I waited a week or two, but even then, even the state I'm in, I can hold on my own. I used to be damn good with a blade. Paid a pretty penny to have custom forged for me, even. The blade was a lovely thing. Useful in and out of combat. I always liked that. It wasn't just a weapon, it was also a tool as well. What happened to this blade of yours? Taken? Lost? I don't know. He pulls a Bale-song knife out of his back pocket, extends his arm, offering it to you. How about you, stranger? You handy with a blade? Damn. Any idea where it went? No, and even if I did, I don't think I'd tell a stranger where to find it. That blade was my most prized possession. If anyone's going to find it, it's going to be me. We're taking this raft back from the Rat King, and we need your help. We get all the help we can get. Can we count on you? You're all fools. The last 2 mutinies failed, and yours will too. Even if you did have a chance, it was Cadmus and his boys that did this to me. You think I'm going to cozy up with them? I'm sorry that they hurt you, but like you said, you got caught in the crossfire. People get hurt in those situations. It happens. Cadmus would never intentionally harm you. The Rat King, on the other hand. I said no. I'm not pulling my neck out for anyone. I'm going to ride this out, and that's all there is to it. If you could help us, I can make it worth your while. I have connections back in Kowloon. You're hard of hearing? I said no, and that's final. I'm not laying my life on the line for you or for Cadmus or anyone else. Is there anything I could say that changed your mind? No, now leave me alone. Maybe if we find his knife. Yasmin. Galbat, you're back. We're taking the ship back, Yasmin. We need your help. Another mutiny? No, not me. Go get someone else. I saw what happened last time. Last time you didn't have me here. We're gonna kill the monster that stole Malvina's voice, Yaz. You got my word on that. She stares at Galbat for a long, hard time. Finally, she acquiesced with a nod. Alright, Galbat, I'm in. I'm terrified, but I'm in. I'm no fighter, you know that. But I'll keep the ship afloat, and that's about it. I'll do what I can to help. You'll be okay, Yasmin, I promise. Circle up with your brother. I'm sending everyone we can to convince to help meet up him in the sick room. He'll tell you what to do from there. Cool. Anything in this terminal? No, not really. Okay. Sparrow. Favor time. We're taking another run at the Rat King, and we're gonna kill it this time. We could use your help. I want to help, I do, but I can't do much without supplies. I'll make you a deal. If you hook me up with some medical supplies, I'll join your mutiny. Well then, here you go. She gratefully accepts her supplies that you offer. A deal's a deal, and I have a debt to repay. And when you make your move on the Rat King, I'll be there to help. Good. Head to the quarantine area and meet up with Cadmus. He'll let you know what to do. I have a few things to care of first, but I will. You've got my word on that. Great. That's some of the people. Hey, Mercutio. How you doing? We're taking the sinking ship back from the Rat King. Will you help us? He shakes his head sadly. No, I'm afraid not. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Let's see. If you don't get off your scrawny ass? No. You know, 500 Ian could buy you a lot of brandy. Yes, it could. Very well. When the fighting starts, I will do what I can. I will leave you to your business. Hooray. Some tags, yeah. Doop-a-doop-doop. What's all this then? The air is thicker here, acrid. The stench clings to your tongue, sticks to the back of your throat. It smells like a damp cardboard and stale urine. Galbat surveys the room warily, her nose crinkling. Well, that's foul. I don't go any further into this room. Don't go any further into the room, either of you. We don't know how to disarm the trap yet. Back away, yeah. Let's get out of here. Oh, right. A trap. And you won't talk to us. Hey, local. Strangers, you picked a bad time to come visit. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bad headline. Are you guarding the room against the rats? Yes. She hefts her weapon, her eyes glued to the door. The rats and the things that's been controlling them. I've never seen it myself, but I've heard stories. You want to talk to someone? Talk to the dwarf. I'm busy. I need to keep my eyes open for those little bastards. We can't let any more of them sneak down here, not after what happened to Simon. Best of luck. Alright. Well, we've certainly progressed the story quite a bit, and made a few friends along the way. So this is a good time for me to say thank you all for joining me. I really hope you're enjoying this series as much as I'm enjoying making it for all of you. If you do, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and of course share, because sharing is caring, and free and easy to do. Otherwise, check out the links down below, and I shall see you all next time.